All right, guys, fresh in from Florida. I'm sure they're not having a big windstorm blizzard like we are on the East Coast, but this is from Joel. Now, going to university down there, some of his roommates put this together as a challenge lock. So we do have a key for it, and it is wrapped up inside of here. So, hey, get your beady eyes off my new stuff. I can feel it. You guys, it's like greasy eyeballs. Check this out. This is brand new. Just picked this up today at the post office. Just amazing. This is you guys have seen work from Stephen Zealous before. He's the generous guy and very gifted woodworker who put together these pinning trays. Put his name, there we go, right side up, Bill. Made on the back of both of them. Well, those were just a learning curve for this masterwork. Check it out. This light colored wood here is called lace wood, and check out that texture and the pattern on that. Just amazing. He has enough holes up here for all my picks. I think there were 33 of them, so I got all of my picks up here. And the way I arranged them on the front is the 15,000. These are going to be much easier to find than if they were in the case. The row behind it are identical picks, except in the 23 or 25,000. Back here in the third row, I have the Open Organization of Lockpicker set of four rakes. I have the SS Dev hooks here, my tweezers, and then my bypass knives located there, and then all of my dimple picking. So everything is right there. And then even down at the bottom here, you take a look. Tension wrenches fit in this nice little slot. Again, the dark wood is inlaid with this lace wood, which sets up a really nice contrast, so it makes it easy for me to see my tension wrenches. And if that's not enough, check this out. A matching flashlight. This is also the same kind of wood, so it's lace wood. Very cool, and also very bright. So you guys are always making fun of me for using my $1 or $2 cheap light. No more complaining, guys. This is truly the culmination of Stephen's career. Anyway, we got that. Let's get back to Joel's lock. Okay, challenge lock. Let me go ahead and find the vise. I get so excited. I just smile every time I look up and see that shiny thing in the background. But let's find the vise, get this clamped up, and see if we can't get Joel's lock picked. All right, I'm going to use top to keyway in this thing. I think we can fit that in there, maybe. All right, this is a 50,000. Got pretty good control on that core. Let me get that thing centered a little better. Yeah, perfect width. I'm going to reach up in my new pick rack. I'm going to try a DeForest Diamond in 15,000s. The reason I'm going to do that is because I took a look at the keyway. It looks like I'm going to be able to pick all the way from the bottom there. So use a 15,000s. I should be able to reach up in there and get a pretty good angle on it. All right, let's see if we can figure out what Joel... I know how this went. I mean, here you got a bunch of college guys sitting around in the room together, and it probably were like, okay, hold my beer and watch this. So there's no telling what we're going to find in here. All right, light tension. I got one binder in the back, and 3 is also binding. So let me lighten up a little bit and see if I can... Okay, so 3 is the first binder. A little bit of counter rotation on him, even though he's the first pin. A little crunching going on in there. And I got a little bit of a fault set. Let me center that just a little better. All right, next binder. And I got all of them are binding now. Okay, 6 is bound. 5 is bound. 4 is bound. 3 is the one we just picked up. Oh, here we go. 2, I got a little click on him. And 1, oh, we got a little counter rotation on 1. Very little. And I got a click on him. Let me see if we still have counter rotation on 1. And now I think we've lost our fault set. Okay, we got some more guys springy in the back now. That's a good thing. Or I'm going to have to apply more attention because nothing is binding. So that tells me the last pin I was touching probably is not right. And that would be pin 1. Let me go back and take another look at him and give him another click, maybe. That's another click on 1, I think. Now let's try. There we go. 6. I just touched him, got a slight turn on the core. A little bit of counter rotation there on 3. He feels like he's back down. Now we got a good fault set going. That was 3 again. He had fallen down. I don't understand that. That was 3 again. I got another click on him. Still 3. I'm still getting counter rotation on 3. And there we go. All right, I think we're finally at the end of 3. There are like 4 clicks on that guy. But now we have an extra deep fault set. And that was pin 5, a little crunching on him. So I think we could probably get some threads in here. Counter rotation on 4. I'm going to use my pick to hold this while I reposition the tension wrench. There we go. I don't think anybody fell there. I had so little tension on this guy. All right, I'm on 4. I am getting counter rotation, a little click on him. I still have a good fault set going. I'm getting on 6. I have a little bit of counter rotation. I'm going to take a chance. No, I'm not. I'm going to feel around so there's somebody else giving feedback. And the answer is no. All right, back on 6. He's probably deep spool, and probably when I pick him, some other ones are going to fall. There we go. Again, I dropped the pick because I'm holding very light tension. There we go. And there we go. That's open. The actuator is touching the back of the vise. All right, Joel, let's see what you got in here. I think that's open. Yeah. Come out of there. There we go. Complete open. Joel, I am guessing. Here we go. Bill's going to make a fool of himself again. I think you got some serrations in here. And because I was barely holding tension on this thing. All right, I do have a key. Let's not get the key out just yet. Let's just go ahead and lock him. No, let's not lock him up. Let's just try to gut him like this, and then we'll take the key out at the end. How about that? Try something a little bit different. All right, I'm going to use another one of Stephen Zellis's trays, another masterpiece. Stephen now owns half of LockLab, or at least he owns most all of the equipment that's in it, because he built it himself. I usually don't like to gut locks while they're open because sometimes that core will slide out of there, but hoping for the best here. All right, I need a medium tensioner with a little cutout. There we go. That's what we want. And let's see what we got here. All right, I am already seeing some weirdness. I see some undercut chambers on, looks like 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Looks like all those are undercut on both sides. And it looks like 3 is a little bit elongated even. But we'll take a closer look in just a minute. Let's start dumping these bad boys out. All standard pins. Yep, all standards. All right, definitely got some undercut action going on in there. Somebody's been working with their Dremel tool. That's a good thing. No easy stuff around here. No easy days. And I'm going to reach up. I'm going to show you. I'm going to reach up to my very conveniently located tweezers. Yeah, man. And let's see what we got here. Oh my God, look at that. Now you know why we had multiple sets, resets, crunching, and counter rotation. It's all right there on one pin. My God. Same thing on this guy. Look at that. Serrations and spools. So you had to get by the serrations before you got to the spools. Nasty, nasty. And I'm seeing some threads in there too. Here's another one. Goodness. Joel, you guys have been spending too much time with the Dremel tool. T-pin with serrations. So talk about combining all the nasty stuff here. spool with a T-pin tip and serrations. 3 different kinds of technology in one pin. And the last one, same kind of deal. We got serrations, we got a narrow tip, and we got a spool. Nasty, very nasty. He was round, he was like that. All right, let's take a look at, I'm going to take these springs out one at a time. It looks like Joel and the boys put a lot of work into this, a lot of thought. Tiny spring in 6. Another tiny spring. That explains the light tension, guys. Another tiny spring. I guess they're all going to be like this. Yep, there's another one. Whoa, launched. They're all, yeah, all the same. All tiny little springs. That explains why the super light tension, well, my tension wrench kept falling out. If you put too much on it, you're going to cause all of these serrations to bind up. And then, again, I get to test out my new flashlight. Yeah, man. Check it out. We got serrations in 1, and it looks like different types of threads. We have coarse threads in 1. I'm sorry, fine threads in 1, coarse threads in 2, coarse threads in 3. It looks like nothing in 4, and then 5 and 6 both have very sharp, coarse threads. So not only do we have threads, we have different types of threads inside of there. Very nasty. Joel, you guys have done a heck of a job here. All right, here's what we're looking at. All standard pins on the bottom because they really didn't come into a lot of play in the core. But what did come into play in the core are all of these homemade pins. I'm not even going to give these guys names. Very similar in construction. You know, he was probably around like that because that's the way the other ones were oriented. I should have paid a little bit closer attention. But we got a combination of technologies on almost all of these. We have spools built in with serrations, and in this case we have serrations built in with a T-pin. This is kind of a T-pin as well, has a narrowing which would cause a blocking of the shear line, and then you'd have to overcome that ledge to drop into the spool, and then once you beat the spool you got to beat the serrations. Very nasty, very well thought out. A lot of serrated portions in the Bible or in the body, and almost every one of these were also undercut or counter milled to grab those sharp edges. Very well thought out, Joel. Anyway, fellas, thanks for your time. Stay safe, stay legal. I got one more thing to show you. I forgot to tell you, I am now a millionaire. Check this out. This, I would not have thought this possible, but I didn't even know they made a $1 million bill. I took it out of the protective cover because that won't fit into my wallet. Check this out. It's a real $1 million bill, United States of America. This is sent in by Art, who apparently is a multi-millionaire himself. These are individually serial numbered, of course. If you look close, you can see the micro engraving on this thing. Check that out. You put it under the black light, and you can see the infrared ink. If you hold it up to the light, which I will try to do here, you can actually even see... You can even see the watermarks in this thing. This is the most generous thing. I mean, when people give donations, it's usually like $1, $1 million. This is incredible. This is going to fund me for the rest of eternity. And I'm going to take this down to 7-Eleven tonight. I'm going to get 100,000 lottery tickets, and they get $900,000 in cash back, just to keep around the house for those, for those odd locks or tools you want to buy. Anyway, Art, thank you, sir. I really do appreciate this. Stephen, I'm gushing about the $1 million, but I couldn't have bought this for $1 million either. Thanks for that, Stephen, and all the pinning trays. You guys have been too kind. You really have. Thanks for watching. Everybody stay safe, stay legal. I do things in order, and that's so I don't forget stuff. And the one time I do it out of order, I forget. All right, the key. Let's take a look at the key. It's coffined up in this little box with, I thought that was string. That's actually stretchy stuff. I get it open without the key. I generally don't worry about it too much. It's the Hope Diamond. I got $1 million and the Hope Diamond. All right, guys, that's what you're looking at. Look, how nasty is that? All right, guys. Anyway, thanks again. Appreciate all your viewing, and subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Thanks.